Before we start today's episode, we wanted to let you all know that we have switched to a new 2 episodes per week format. The first episode will be covering news and rumors from the week, and then the second will be focused on the community questions and the PAL topic. As well, with those changes, we are switching up how we are recording the episodes, so there may be some growing pains with audio, so bear with us as we figure that out. Anywho, let's get on to the podcast. Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, episode 124. Tonight, we're talking Pokémon sales and a whole bunch of random news and a lot of Pokemon stuff. So, yeah, let's talk all that and more. Well, greetings, fellow Nintendo pals. My name is Andross. I am joined by my co-host of the Nintendo Pals Podcast, as I'm joined each and every week. That's Micah.
Yep.
Micah, I gotta ask, how the heck are you?
Pretty good.
That's pretty great to hear. Glad to hear you're doing pretty good. Anything new and exciting happening in the world of Micah?
Not really.
Not really. You're gearing up for a move here, aren't you?
Yep. Probably in maybe a month. Who knows?
Oh, coming soon. Coming soon. To a move near you. Maybe not. Maybe not. Wherever you are listening to this.
The vast majority, probably not.
Well, speaking of the vast majority, probably not. Micah, you know what we are doing here tonight?
Probably podcasting.
Yes. And we're going to do what we do each and every 2 times a week that we record. We try to take over the world of Nintendo podcasts, and we do that through 5-star reviews. So this is where I was speaking of the vast majority, probably not, leaving us 5-star reviews. So vast majority, get on that. You can leave us a 5-star review over at Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Spotify, and Audible. Audible needs some love. Audible has probably our lowest review count out of all of those platforms. It's easy to do. It's free. It helps the show get seen by more people and helps us feel good about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Micah knows what I'm saying.
Yep.
Well, with that, let's just jump on into the first segment of our show and let's talk what you playing. All right, Micah, I'm gonna go first this time because I have a transition. You're gonna be moving here in about a month. I picked up a new game today that has trained me to be able to help you with that, and that's Moving Out. I got Moving Out. It was on sale. Walmart's doing like a clearance rollback sale on Switch games and Switch titles. So it was discounted to like $4. I was like, well,
Pretty good.
yeah, for a digital code. So I picked that one up and I've played an hour and a half of it and I really like it so far. It's a fun cooperative game where you work with a team to move things from a house into a moving truck, and you break stuff. You break a lot of stuff.
Are you supposed to be breaking a lot of stuff?
Yeah. The dialogue goes, "Don't worry, they bought movers insurance." It's very funny. It has this like really great 90s aesthetic. The music's really good. You can design your characters and you play as these like goofy little. They're very very reminiscent of the Human Fall Flat kind of characters,
Oh yeah.
but more cartoony, I'd say. And we all really enjoyed playing as the potted plant. So he's
Interesting.
got a pot.
Seems like it'd be
He's
a
got a
little
potted plant for his
difficult.
head. Yeah. We spent a good amount of time customizing the characters because they all have like different hats you can put on them and stuff. You can be a cat. Every character can be in a wheelchair.
That's
That's
pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how effective you would be as a mover in a wheelchair, but hey, power to you if you're doing that. That was
You're definitely keeping your streak alive of probably spending way too much time customizing your character before you actually start playing the game.
Oh yeah, got to. That's my thing. I love character customization, and if you add that into a game, it doesn't matter how trivial. I will spend some time in that character creator. Yeah, we had a good time with that game, and definitely looking forward to playing more of that.
So is there multiplayer, or are you playing with just AI?
Multiplayer.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think you can also play solo. My son was playing. I don't know if it gives you a partner in that case because there are some furniture items in each house that require 2 people. But
Oh, okay.
We were playing with 3 of us, and I was playing with my kids, and they were both doing a pretty good job. So it's very kid friendly, but it's also like you have a timer, so you have to move it all out within the time limit, and the faster you go, the better medal you get. So we were getting bronze because I was playing with my children. But
Yeah,
my
sure.
wife and I
Blame it
will.
on the kids. Huh?
My wife and I will definitely be going for those golds and silvers when we play after the kids are in bed. It's fun. It's really good. I highly recommend it based off of my first impressions. And it's on sale right now for $4 if you go to Walmart. But by the time this podcast goes live, it might not be. I don't know how long that sale's lasting. Anywho, besides that, Micah, I wanted to talk about a game that we both played over break that we forgot to talk about in the last What You Playing segment. Mom hid my game.
You forgot to talk about it, and then I didn't want to call you out, so I also didn't talk about it.
Oh, wow. Thanks for doing that,
That's
man.
what happened.
Thanks for doing that. I appreciate that. Also,
I'm pretty sure I probably went first with my games, but I knew you had forgotten, and I didn't want you to feel bad.
I also want to say a huge thanks to everybody who's joining us for the live stream of this over on Twitch. So we've got people in chat. Welcome. Hello to Fedorable Will. And of course, Mute Dog, always here first with the present. Thanks for being here, everybody. And we got people lurking as well. So yeah, it's fun time. Fun to be here for the live version of the podcast. If you haven't checked that out, that's twitch.tv/Nintendo_pals. Anywho, Mom hid my game. Let's talk about it because both you and I played it because it's free. This is still available. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you can get a free code for the Nintendo Switch version of Mom Hid My Game. And it's a game. It's so funny. It's like a little... I mean, we beat it in what, an hour?
Yeah, if that. It's pretty short, but hey, it's free. It teaches kind of some good-ish life lessons.
I don't know. It's like a puzzle game, I guess, like rapid micro puzzles, and they have the energy of like a WarioWare.
Yeah,
like that kind of humor and figure out what to do, but without the time crunch of a WarioWare. But about that level of quality and length. And I really enjoyed the game. So you got it downloaded and we're playing it first. And then I got it downloaded and then it became a goal to catch up with Micah and beat it before he did. So we were both playing this simultaneously in almost impromptu speedrun race.
Yeah, and he distracted me with some chicken nuggets. And it definitely worked.
Got him. Yeah. I didn't eat until I finished. That's how dedicated I was to winning.
Yeah, but who's a true winner? The person who ate nice, hot, toasty chicken nuggets? Or the one that ate cold, limp chicken nuggets?
True.
I don't know why they got limp suddenly, but I'm sure that's a thing.
I am a cold, limp chicken nugget. It's very fun. It's very quirky. and it's free. So if you have an Amazon Prime, you should go pick it up. And while you're over doing that, use that Prime sub to Nintendo Pals on Twitch. Also free. Wow, what a plug.
So smooth.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything? I don't really know what else to talk about this game. I just wanted to bring it up and say that we both really liked it. I would pick this up for a couple bucks. Just for like the experience. I recommend it.
Yeah. What a glowing review. I mean, a couple bucks for this game.
I mean, what is it normally priced at? I don't even know.
I think I have no idea. I think it's actually free on like phones or something. But then it's
$5. It's $5. Maybe not worth $5, but like on sale.
Oh, the review got better. I'd pay a couple bucks. Probably not $5 though.
Yeah.
Maybe it was on sale. 2 thumbs up.
And just the story. The story about a boy who's trying to play games while his mom's trying to get him to do his homework or like...
Yeah, the best level is you don't actually find... It's essentially a DS is what you're finding, but you just do your homework and she gives it to you.
Yeah.
And then in all the other ones, you're potentially murdering family members.
No, just grandpa.
Yeah.
just grandpa.
And probably just the one time, but...
Yeah, I mean, but your mom is a psychopath in this game. Absolute psychopath. That part, the level where you, I mean, this is getting into spoilers here, but there's a level where you have to find the game using like a tracker in the wall. And I was like, oh, I found it. I'm like tapping, and the wall breaks, and my mom is on the other side, hiding in the wall, busted, and then you lose.
Just waiting to bust you.
It's like...
I'm kind of sad. I didn't actually see that on my game. I just ended up finding it like the first thing in the wall. Apparently, there are like several weird spots you can find, but...
Yeah, and then you just have to get creative with it. I mean, you alerted me to a thumbtack, like, because you have to pull a thumbtack out and get a piece of paper to do something with, but then you have to pick the thumbtack back up, or you will step on it and hurt yourself. So it's so funny, it's so quirky, totally worth it. If you got that Prime. Amazon Prime, go pick up the code for that. It's free. So we got the Nintendo dads dropping into chat. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming over. Just listen to their podcast this week, and we're copycatting them. I promise I had the idea before. Well, actually, no, I probably got it from them because they've done this for years. The predictions. We're doing predictions in the next episode. So stay tuned for that. Predictions for the year 2023. All right, Mike, I'm all over the place with my games. Besides that, I played some Mario Maker 2, did some more Iron Bros because I needed a quick stream idea, and I wanted to try it again, and I did very bad.
You know what else is a quick stream idea?
Echo the Dolphin. I should have just said what it was because I knew what you were going to say.
I'll eventually stop saying it.
Gladius.
Once you beat Echo. Oh yeah, once you beat
Croc
Echo the
2.
Dolphin. Hey,
Mario Sunshine.
I am playing through Gladius right
Metroid
now.
Prime Trilogy on the Wii.
Fantastic.
What else do you want me to say? I'm plugged into the
Golden Sun.
Oh yeah, Golden Sun, Luigi's
Especially
Mansion.
1 and 2. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
There you go. I plugged all of the games that Micah will tell me to play instead of what I am playing. Micah, what have you been playing lately?
Gladius mostly.
Really?
Really?
Oh, heck yeah. Let's go.
It's fantastic. I do think some of the UI and menu stuff could be updated a little bit better. But it's still a great strategy game. And I am creating the exact same team I have created every single time I play this game, even though I tell myself I'm not going to.
I feel like you got to play it different.
You can't.
Hey,
the team's just too good. And I feel bad not recruiting them to my school, but then all my slots are filled up. I kind of wish I could just collect them all, essentially.
Man, was there not ever a sequel to this game?
I don't think so. I don't think it.
Looking up
I mean,
Gladius
I think it
2.
rated high, but I don't think it like sold very well.
Looking up Gladius 2, it's a computer mouse. The ROG Gladius 2. I mean, it must have sold pretty bad if they had to switch to selling mice instead
Yeah,
of games.
it's like a real sharp left turn there. What if? What if for this next game it's a mouse?
Anything else that you want to highlight that you've been playing?
Played some Rocket League. I'm back on my home system. I can get back into that a little bit. And I probably played a couple other things, but I've forgotten. So they must not have been that good.
That's fine, because we've got a lot to cover in the next segment of our show. So let's just jump on into the Nintendo news. All right, there's actually quite a bit that happened this week, but before we dive into that, this is actually a news story that dropped on Nintendo Life in December that I missed until putting the show notes together for this episode. Did you know that the Mario movie will be coming out early in some parts of the world? Belgium is getting it first on March 22nd, and Europe scattered releases from then till the 6th. And Australia and New Zealand getting it on March 30th. All these guys get to get... Why is this not set for a global synced release? This seems like a bad idea. This is going to be all over the internet. I'm going to have to be off the internet completely from March 22nd until April... When
6th?
April
6th? Or something? I feel like I probably...
It's a long time to avoid spoilers for the movie. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I mean, it's going to have a really weak, release week, but its release month is going to be super good and consistent.
Release month? Because it's spread over March and April.
That's true. It is. It's almost 2 months.
Yeah.
That's wild. I don't get it.
I don't either. It's weird. There we go here. The part that really doesn't make sense to me is that Japan is getting it last by a long shot.
Yeah.
What was the date that they're getting it?
27th of April.
So almost more than a month after Belgium. Are they just
I mean, you could always fly to Belgium.
If you're in Japan and you want to see the movie early.
Belgium?
And learn Belgium?
Yeah, the one thing... I think it sounds like an idiot, but what language do they speak over there? Is it just...
I'm not going to say what. I was going to say Belgiumese. That's... Nope. Please don't listen to me. I'm sorry.
It's apparently French, Dutch, and German are the 3 official languages.
U-Dog says buying a ticket to Belgium right now.
Yeah, if you buy early enough, it's probably fairly cheap. Also, get some language lessons, though. Unless you already speak those languages.
Yeah, well, we've got international listeners from a decent sized audience in Europe and in Australia. So don't let us know how it is. Keep it spoiler free. But I hope y'all enjoy the movie 2 weeks before everybody else.
So weird.
It's so weird. I thought we were past this. Games have moved to global releases. Why movies? Get with the times.
I'm pretty sure movies also usually are global releases, right?
No idea. I don't know. I've never paid attention to the international release schedule for movies.
That's fair enough. Me neither.
Yeah. You want to take this next news item?
Of course. There it is. NYXI or 1.
Nixie.
I don't actually know.
Nixie?
Nixie? I mean, they're all caps lock, so I feel like you gotta say it out.
Yeah.
But those people are releasing a new controller, which is a GameCube themed Joy-Con.
Yeah, did you see this?
Inspired. I did. It looks pretty great.
Yeah, it does look pretty great. It also looks like it makes the whole Switch a bit more comfortable to hold in handheld.
Yeah.
Like, because you played...
GameCube has some great handles, whatever you want to call them.
You played with my...
whatever that fancy grip is called. It was pretty nice. It took me like 1 minute to get used to it, but after that, it was really nice.
Yeah, the Satisfy grip, which I think is just an awesome addition. And yeah, so I think anything to make more comfortable Joy-Cons. I like the Joy-Cons, but they definitely are not the most ergonomic thing.
Yeah,
and I feel like for what you're getting on the Switch, it's like, is it really worth it to make these small so that
to make them so they're just as narrow as the console itself?
Yeah, I don't know, because like that would make sense if this was like a quarter of the size, so it could fit in your pocket or whatever. But this is not going to be fitting in any pocket.
Speak for yourself. I can fit those in my pockets. I got small pockets right now, but yeah, see, look how easy that fits in. The entire thing.
I mean, it's not something you're going to be carrying around in your pocket. I think the problem more is that I'm afraid I will break it because there's no protection on the buttons or anything. Switch 2 gets that clamshell. That's what we need. Bring it back.
Yeah, I think it also has like replaceable analog sockets for different types of gaming. So to help with those like fighter game combos.
Oh.
It's like a hexagonal type of shape. I don't know how many sides it actually has, but it helps you hit those diagonals a little easier.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And then they keep it circular and more smooth for racing games and probably shooters, I guess.
Cool. Seems really cool.
Probably didn't make that up. Yeah, it seems like it has some extra buttons as well.
Third party coming in clutch, literally clutch. The controller. Yeah. No, I thought that was a.
That was real good.
It was a pun. It was a pun.
Top notch.
Well, speaking of top notch, guess who won the latest Splatfest?
The not top notch team. That's who.
Team Sweet wins the latest Splatfest. So sorry to fellow Spicy members. I'm pretty sure I brought the team down more than I brought it up.
I feel good knowing that we won the most battle points.
Yeah, I still don't understand how the scoring works, but I'm glad.
I don't fully either. They have like 3 different sections for. There's like not pro, and then there's one other section that I've also forgotten.
I'm glad that Fry won a Splatfest. Good for her. I still think it's weird that she was not spicy because her character design's kind of like fire, and Shiver is ice. Spicy fire. That kind of makes sense to me. But you know what?
Splatfest it's a little too on the nose.
Yeah. She doesn't like spicy. Hey, can't blame her, you know? I had no strong affiliation this time around. This wasn't a rock, paper, scissors situation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where we all had very strong opinions.
It felt like everybody in our community was on Team Spicy.
Yeah, everyone that I saw comment was on Team Spicy.
There you go. Next news item.
Wow, how fantastic. Oh, did you want me to read it out loud so everyone could hear?
Oh, yes, please. Please do that.
Oh, yeah. Kirby is gaining a new ability, or some new abilities, for Return to Dreamland Deluxe. A fancy sand ability and dancing?
Yeah.
I'd seen the sand. I hadn't seen the dancing.
Yeah, it's like a carnival feather hat. It just showed a picture of it and said dancing, but they didn't actually show what you do for that. I don't know what
Well, obviously you dance.
you're gonna dance. Yeah, there you go. They're bringing new copy abilities into this port of a Wii game. That's cool. At least it's getting new content.
Yeah, it's always nice when at least something is added.
Yeah, I think this game will do relatively well. I probably will pick this one up, but might wait until it goes on sale because my kids have been obsessed with Kirby. They love Kirby. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. It was like one of their favorite games last year, and one of my favorite games last year too. It was really fun. If only I could find it. It has been lost. My kids have played with it so much. How do you lose an entire Switch? That's what I want to know. How do you lose an entire Switch?
Apparently, it's not that hard.
Yeah, we're missing a Switch Lite in our house, so hopefully that comes up. And that
I
has
think
Kirby
maybe
in it.
it's not in your house.
Check the. Hopefully, it wasn't like thrown into the garbage by a toddler or something. Oh, that'd be
a bummer.
that'd be devastating. Anywho, speaking of
Devastating.
speaking of thrown into the trash by a toddler, let's talk about
Oof.
an unfortunate news update. Ubisoft is coming out and raising the white flag of surrender. I don't know what this is. They're just
They're not angry. They're just disappointed.
they're crying. They're crying like little babies. You know. Then here's the I'm coming into this
Wow.
news item very
So harsh.
biased. Yeah. All right. So in an update to their financial forecast for the 23-24 fiscal year, Ubisoft has confirmed that Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope underperformed during the holiday season. Here are some direct quotes from the company that company co-founder and CEO, how do you say his name? Yves
Maybe it's
Guillemot?
it might just
Ives?
be Eves.
Eves?
I'd just go with Eves.
Hey, that guy.
I don't
Yves Guillemot. There's
know.
no R in there. Okay, here's the quote. We are clearly disappointed by our recent performance. We are facing contrasted market dynamics as the game industry continues to shift toward mega brands and everlasting live games in the context of worsening economics conditions affecting consumer spending. Despite excellent ratings and players' reception, as well as an ambitious marketing plan, we were surprised by Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope underperformance in the final weeks of 2022 and early January. Micah, thoughts?
Well, I feel like this is kind of what happens when you make your games go on sale all the time. People just wait. I know there are several people in our Discord that are planning on picking this up, but are just waiting for a better sale because we all know it's coming.
You are one of those people.
I am one of those people. And they've had pretty good sales on the base game, but they haven't had any like good sales with like the expansion pass.
Yeah.
Which the first one I think I got for $20 with everything included.
I want to just call out this statement here. We're disappointed by the performance. The market dynamics as the industry continues to shift towards mega brands and everlasting live games in the context of worsening economic condition affecting consumer spending. So they're like, yeah, they're blaming the industry's move to mega brands and everlasting live games. This is Ubisoft. What are you talking about, Ubisoft? You are one of these people that does this.
Are they though?
Assassin's Creed? Is that not a mega brand that releases every year?
But is that
How about-
an everlasting live game?
How about Just Dance, where you have to now pay a subscription to get all of the songs? Just Dance Unlimited has been a subscription model for the last, and that's like one of their biggest games. And they talked about the disappointing performance of that. So they're out here blaming that while their game that is not performing well is that. It doesn't make any sense. This is why I'm Team Spicy. Because I got these spicy takes. I just think that this is tone deaf and denial to what they as a company are doing to drive the industry this direction. And I think it really comes down to what you said. Everybody knows that this game is going to go on sale because of the precedents they set for the previous game. And I mean, let's be honest, like Ubisoft might be getting a bit stale with just in general with their games. The audio didn't even pick you up saying that.
That's because I just mouthed it.
Oh, you did. Wow.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I think is more to point to than to say like the industry's move this way.
How do you feel about the context of worsening economic conditions affecting consumer spending?
Oh, for sure. That's a thing. That's been that is happening and will affect the industry. But I don't think you can point to the shift is towards mega brand and everlasting live games. Look at the Game Awards from this last year.
I actually didn't do that.
Well, none of the games in there are live service games, and they all sold extremely well. Did really good. It's not the type of game, and I think it worries me to see CEOs going like, oh, see, this is why live service is where we got to go because that's the way the industry's moving. It's not. It's you have to have there are so many games out there right now. You have to provide value with what you're delivering to your customer because you can't get away with subpar games. You can't get away with just okay. The games have to be good. They have to be really good because they have to stand out among everything else. I don't know. Yeah, I point to
what I've heard. I mean, Sparks of Hope is a really good game, though.
Yes.
So it's kind of a bummer that, I mean, even though their reasonings for why they think it's not performing or whatever might not be accurate or however you feel about it, it's still a bummer that someone makes a good game and it doesn't do as well as it probably deserves.
Yeah. I think it's a multitude of factors. One, it has Ubisoft behind it, and people just don't expect these amazing standalone games, which Mario and Rabbids, the original, and this game both are. So they gotta, I don't know, they gotta rein in, and that's what they're doing by delaying Skull and Bones again, and among other projects, they gotta rein in and focus on delivering top quality projects that will drive up excitement and hype. I think if they go towards more live service type stuff, mega brand type stuff, they're not going to see success. Hopefully, ultimately, as much as I've been like, dunking on them here, I want them to be successful because I think there are some really cool games and projects that come out of Ubisoft. But I think they've spread themselves too thin, making okay games when they could be focusing just on making the great stuff. That's my hot take on it. Anywho, we can move on. I wonder if this means it'll go on sale for $15. And when it does, will it sell? When it does, will it sell like crazy and bring those numbers back around? Like, is that all they need to do?
I wonder, once they have a good sale on the game with the DLC for like $20, I wonder how many sales it will get.
You were talking, you talked about this point primarily where I was talking about like quality of games, whatnot. But Nintendo values their IP. They never do sales, right? But these game companies that constantly do sales, we're at a point now that most people, there's enough to play, and so you're not lacking in games to play.
Yeah.
That you can wait on pretty much everything because you're like, it'll go on sale, and I'll just get it when it's on sale. Nintendo's one of the last companies you can't really do that for.
If you knew Tears of the Kingdom was it gonna go on sale for $1 3 months after release, would you wait?
No. No, I wouldn't. You
What if
would.
it was?
I think you would.
I probably would,
Yeah.
and it would be the hardest 3 months of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. And Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like is quite a bit different because it's just such a like big AAA game. But for other Nintendo titles, maybe like Fire Emblem, for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I wasn't planning on picking it up in the first place.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that mentality makes a big difference. So I think valuing your IP and your brand. But you know, that precedence isn't set. Anyways, let's move on to the next news item.
Speaking of moving on to the next news item,
Oh, good transition.
first looks shown for Toadstool Cafe at Universal Studios Hollywood.
And we've
Sounds
seen this
pretty
before
cool.
from Japan. But I mean the website for this is like real cool. I really want to go. I was like not feeling FOMO. I was like, I'll wait for it to come to Florida. I'm going to be waiting for it to come to the East Coast, closer where I'm at. But man, I'm very jealous that the California one's opening up. That one looks like it's going to be really cool. We're gonna get the same
Yeah.
thing here, but it's
But
lame because
later.
it looks so good. A coworker that went to Japan over Christmas break and showed me all the pictures because they went to Universal and went to Super Nintendo World, and it looks so cool, so cool. Very excited for it.
Is that the reason they went to Japan, or
Don't.
was it just a coincidence?
that was not the reason they went to Japan. They went to Japan for family, actually. So
At least that's what they're telling everyone.
yeah,
The fan knew it was just a nice bonus.
I went to Nintendo World in California on a family while out visiting family. I don't have family. Yeah, I got family up in like Washington State.
Close. It's close.
Close enough, right? All our international audience like, what are they? Where? What? These are all like, the U.S. is a huge place. All right, it's gargantuan. It's so big. To get from one side to the other is like a 3-4 day drive. No, it's more than that. Like a week, right?
It's long.
It's long.
And if you drove straight, I wonder how many hours it would be.
You're gonna look it up right now.
Yeah,
Micah,
try.
to fly from one side of the country to the other to visit me, what, like a 10-hour flight?
Oh yeah, I traveled for almost 11 hours, but I did have 2 layovers. One of them was about an hour. Well, they're both probably about an hour. So I flew about 8 hours, but I probably also zigzagged a bit. I think it's usually about 6.
Yeah, it's big. So I can't just hop on over and look at what's going on in California, unfortunately. While Mike is looking that up, I'll talk about a very exciting news item. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund has increased their stake in Nintendo by 1%.
By 1%?
By 1%. This was reported on by a lot of news outlets. I mean, it's a big deal.
6%?
Yeah, so it went from 5% to 6%.
Oh, I see. They increased it to 6%.
Yeah. So,
How
there you go.
crazy.
How insane. I mean, at this rate, though, give it 30 years and they'll...
36%?
Give it, wait, what do we got to get to? 45 more years and they'll own the majority of the company. So let's be wary here.
Apparently it takes about 45 hours of driving. So that's not too bad. You could theoretically do that in just over 2 days.
No sleep. Man,
It's technically possible.
what if this sounds like a stream idea.
This sounds like it should be illegal.
Wait, but no. If you get a big enough vehicle, and then you alternate who sleeps and who drives. Next subathon.
Absolutely not.
We drive across the country.
Yeah. All right. So that's all that there is to really talk about that. Not much, but interesting.
Speaking of interesting,
This is
the
interesting.
total retail sales of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in Japan have surpassed those of Pokemon Sword and Shield. And they did that in just 8 weeks compared to the 3 years of Sword and Shield.
This is insane. This game is going to. I think once we get the first like financial report and see the total sales for this game, it's going to be in the top 10 automatically, and it's. I think it has potential to get up there to top 3.
Over Smash Bros? Is that what 3 is?
Yeah. At this rate, I mean that is insane. And this is just Japan, mind you. So it's like 6 million and doesn't exactly it doesn't so I'm sorry. The retail sales, I don't remember the exact number, but like it's estimated to be total around like 7 million for just Japan.
That's all right, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy. Definitely the best-selling Pokemon game.
So, what do you think the odds of the next Pokemon game becoming less open world?
I don't know. I don't know what this means for the future of the series. But what do you think this means for the game being not a buggy mess next time?
I don't think it looks good.
I feel like this just was. This just is like, all right, Game Freak, don't do that, but we're gonna buy it anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little.
To be fair, for me at least, I feel like the bugs haven't been all that they've been cracked up to be. They've just been some kind of weird visual things.
I mean, but the game,
Relatively
you
often,
have to admit that the game should not have been shipped at this quality for a first-party Nintendo game from the biggest media franchise in the world.
That's exactly why it can be shipped like that.
Yeah, it's a bit inexcusable in my opinion, but I did buy it and I did really enjoy it. So I can't complain. I have no rights here. You do whatever they want, and I will buy it. I didn't buy Sword and Shield. I boycotted that one, so I can be strong.
Reason?
I felt like it was not.
Was it the trees?
Yep. I mean that and more, but I felt like it was not reflective of the quality it should have been. I ended up getting a copy later as a gift, though, so I have it. I haven't played it. I think it'll be hard to go back.
Wow, you haven't played the gift someone gave you?
No.
It's a little rude.
Yeah, it is a little rude. Sorry, gift giver. I will play it. Eventually.
Will you? Will you play it?
Well, the thing is, they weren't playing it, so it was kind of like a hand-me-down of sorts.
Ah, that makes it a little better.
Yeah. Anywho, speaking of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, version 1.2 is set to launch late February and it will feature bug fixes and added functionality.
Hopefully adding some functionality in multiplayer.
According to Cerebi.net. Yeah, added functionality makes it seem like there's going to actually be some like new things in it. More than just like, hey, we're fixing bugs. What will it be?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Not me.
All right. How about this next news item? We're just on the Pokemon train. Close it out here. This is the last news item.
Speaking of all right, but also not all right. Official Pokemon TikTok accidentally uploaded a not family-friendly video.
Yep. Of Pikachu dancing to Happy and You Know, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. But the song was a very explicit version of Happy, Clap Your Hands that just cursed a whole bunch, dropping a lot of the big one.
Heard.
Yeah, and it's just really funny to me. This is clearly a lost in translation. Someone that did not speak English and did not understand But like, how does it get to that? How does it get through that many people before getting up there? It was promptly taken down, so it's not up there anymore. But you can still find it online. It's official. It's made for that song. It is made for that song. Like, it's not like I accidentally clicked the wrong song. Like the video, the dance, everything is like synced to the music perfectly. So just whoops. Anywho, that's all we got to talk about in the news. So let's jump on over to the last segment of this episode, the rumor mill. The rumor Pikmin have gone out. We've sent them, and they're bringing us back some juicy rumor fruit. First off being GoldenEye 007 is rumored to be arriving on Xbox Game Pass at the end of January. So does that mean we will see it soon for NSO? What do you think, Micah?
One can hope.
Yeah.
They usually announce about a couple weeks before the game actually comes out that it's coming out, right? On NSO?
On NSO. But it might be a special case since this is a joint venture with Microsoft. Maybe it'll be a shadow drop.
That would be cool. But I wouldn't be too surprised if it came out on Game Pass first.
Yeah. And then
I hope they come out at the same time
as a shadow drop in the Nintendo Direct in February. That would actually be pretty hype, pretty cool. Good time to drop that on NSO and potentially announce more NSO stuff. Be pretty cool. Next rumor.
Illumination is working on a Legend of Zelda movie.
This is a rumor. You're stating it like a fact. That is a rumor. I wrote it.
Yeah, hold on. You did say next rumor.
Yeah.
So I feel like I could just state what the rumor is.
I don't like it.
Is it because you hate animated movies?
No, it's because Illumination doesn't make the style of animation or style of movie that fits with the Zelda franchise. I feel like it would be a bad pairing.
They kind of could if it's a Wind Waker movie. I feel like Wind Waker's closest to fitting their animation style, at least.
Their art style, at least, yeah. But I'm talking like plots and just like the kinds of movies they make.
Have you seen those Minion movies?
Yeah.
Such good plots.
They're these like really happy, upbeat, and like family movies. I feel like Zelda needs to be targeting, it will be targeting an older audience. Just like the games do. So I don't think Illumination is the right fit for that. So I hope that this rumor is false and that Nintendo is instead reaching out for other business partners to do this. I want it to be live action for if we're doing a Legend of Zelda. I think that would be better. But if we're gonna go,
just because you want to also be in the movie?
Oh heck yeah! No, that's not why. I just think it would be better than an animated movie. But Presto in our Discord was like, I could see them pairing with like Studio Ghibli, and I think Studio Ghibli could do it.
Yeah,
anime or something of that style would work. But that's like I can't see any American animation.
Something the same style of that Smash Bros. Reveal trailer.
Mm-hmm. Would be very cool.
Where Link was fighting Pit.
It would be very cool. Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I don't think it's true.
I agree. I think this is somebody
like,
going like, look,
like
they're working on Mario, so
style.
they're going to be working on Zelda. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna clip that for when this is real. You're gonna feel real dumb.
I probably will feel real dumb. Well, while we're on the subject of Zelda here, let's talk about this, which we might have talked about last rumor mill we covered, but we're going to talk about it again because I don't remember. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is reportedly the last significant Switch release in the works for some time. This rumor was reported on by several outlets that they from sources. What do you think of this one, Micah?
Seems kind of like a bunch of malarkey.
Agreed. This is baloney. This is the most off-base rumor I think we've heard in a while, and I think it's going to be disproven so fast when we get a Nintendo Direct.
On the flip side, it could be kind of true if the next Switch is coming out relatively soon, and they're already thinking, I mean, the Switch is currently doing so well, we can make it so the Switch 2 or whatever has a really strong release by getting a lot of games ready for that.
They could, but I don't think they will do that. At least not this year. So,
I mean, they can't. I feel like they can't until Mario Kart 8 tracks have all been released.
Yeah, that's sort of
the earliest they could.
Yeah, that's sort of
even
the nail in the coffin for me on this. Is we're definitely getting stuff through the end of the year and first party stuff. I mean, we already know Pikmin 4 is coming. We already know that we've got Zelda, Pikmin 4. There's the Bayonetta game, and the chance of Advance Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know.
We all believe in our heart of hearts that Metroid Prime 4 is coming out this year.
Well, that's coming to Switch, right? They can't push that to the next system. That would be distasteful, I think. So, last major release, and you know what's going to happen is those games are going to come out and they're going to be like, well, those aren't major releases. This isn't a Zelda. Like, yeah. What
is?
You can't. Yeah. Well, okay. So are they saying this is the last Zelda or Mario coming out on Switch? This is clickbait. This is what this is. This is clickbaity. Oh, it's the last major to build up unnecessary hype around a potential new hardware coming this year. I do not think that is happening. But I'm going to talk about that more in the next episode because we're going to be talking our 2023 predictions. So stay tuned for that. But first, let's close things out here with our outro. Micah, where can people find you?
You can find me at Micah Prime on lots of places.
And you can find
YouTube and Twitch.
You can find myself, Andross1, over on YouTube and Twitch. Just search Andross1 on both those platforms. You should be able to find me. And you can follow the show. And that is at Nintendo Pals on Twitter, at Nintendo Pals Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Nintendo_Pals on Twitch, and Nintendo Pals on YouTube. We're on all the different social media platforms, so leave a comment with what you liked about the episode, and let us know how you're feeling about this new episode format. We've gotten some positive feedback in the community over on our Discord. Oh, we have a Discord. I should mention that. Join up our Discord. Links to all of that stuff are in the description of each and every episode. And if you haven't checked out the video version of the podcast, you can do that over on YouTube and on Spotify, where we're having a great time. And then also, feel free to support us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/NintendoPals, where you get exclusive content, behind-the-scenes stuff, as well as our special bonus episode, The Show After the Show, Pals Plus, which releases once a week and talks about whatever we want to talk about. Am I forgetting anything, Micah?
Hopefully not.
I'm forgetting to special thanks to our buddy Roger Pollard for our logo and theme music. If you want to check out more of his stuff, look up A Talking Fish on all platforms. Links to his Links to his stuff are in the description of the episode. Extremely talented guy and extremely cool person all around. Well, with that, I plugged Patreon. One of the benefits you get from Patreon is a shout out in the Patreon Poke Rap, which we close out each and every episode with. The Patreon Poke Rap coming at you now. We gotta rap some Patreon.
You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part.
Let's get it on.
We want to be the best that ever was. And shout out our pals over on Patreon.
LPD, Rizzle, Retrologic Day, You Dog Gamer, Schlim, Tor, Spanish, and Solo Something, Brian, Little Miss Seven, and Cosmic.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon.
K-Mac and Team, Third Strongest One, Tim the Nintendo Daddle, and Seth Sturgill, Monkey Thunder, Purple Leola, Dat Fast John, and Lava Plays too.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon. Let's get 150 or more. Yeah, please. To be a Patreon donor is your destiny.
Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next episode. Bye-bye.